Culture Club.
Welcome to Culture Club. I'm Hongbin, Jeong.
And I'm Roshan, Gidwani.
Now, Fenty, Rare Beauty, Dior, skincare enthusiasts might know them for their products, but the general public knows it for Rihanna, Selena, and Jimin. Marketing skincare is tough when you have big shots dominating the industry. With brands like L'Oreal, Barefaced, and Cetaphil already leading the way with their skincare lines, does a homegrown local Singaporean brand really stand a chance to make its mark on the industry?
Well, one local skincare brand has chosen to stand out amidst the steep competition in an entertaining way. Skincalories, with its 100% EWG certified products formulated specifically for fitness buffs, has grown its marketing efforts around content that caters to them as well. How? By acquiring and producing songs with renowned music labels, collaborating with artists, and working with an animation studio to create engaging music videos. Sounds really interesting. To find out more, let's find out more from the founders of Skincalories themselves. Joining us in the studio today are Madelyn, Loon, and Shilee, co-founders of Skincalories. Madelyn, Axel, and Shilee, thank you for your time. How are you all? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having us on the show.
Oh, it's a full packed studio here today. Okay, Madelyn, let's start with you. What was the impetus for starting Skincalories? Was there a particular moment that inspired you to start a skincare brand?
Okay, I started a skincare as a cosmetic partner, as a wholesaler in South Korea itself. Back then, there was about like 3,500 SKU. Yeah, that was really a lot itself. But what gave my frustration was that there was no control over the brand. Once the brand start to gain popularity, and that's all the effort that we put it in, and they may get back to reclaim its distribution from us itself. So that's the moment that I find that, hey, all my effort is wasted. Once one product got popular and they took it back from me, and that's the moment that where I met one of them, like Axel, that who talked to me about why not you start your own brand so that you have your control in terms of from creation all the way to the distribution channel itself. And I get a thought about it that, yeah, maybe I should.
Okay, and Axel and Shilee, how did you find your way into the beauty space? Was this an idea that all of you had together, and were you also passionate about the skincare industry? Axel, take it away.
Well, like we've heard, I was approached by Madelyn, and who told me about her issue, that she was facing at that time, and she was losing weight, losing sleep, from the lack of control. And that was when, and I told her that she can actually start her own brand and to have some control over what she wants to do, and she doesn't need to be afraid that the control will be taken back by the brand once it gets popular. And that was also one of the things that we constantly talk about is how to let the brand and Skincalories stand out in a competitive environment. And because there are many different skincare brands, and from those that are made from people's homes to the global giants. So how should Skincalories position itself and stand apart? And that is where I brought in the Shilee to create the brand story for Skincalories.
Yeah, well, for myself, I've always been interested in beauty, and as well as skincare, particularly more in skincare, and the skincare routine in and of itself. There's so many products in the market. There's so many products that, you have to do this, and then you have to do this, and then you have to do that. So when I met Madelyn, she was very, very passionate about skincare. And then that was when I decided that, I want to be part of this beauty part, because this is where she is going to be the one to be guiding the consumers, guiding her customers on what they can use, what they should use, what they don't need to use, or how they should start, where they should start, what they should do every day. Should they do it in the morning? Should they do it in the evening? And so on and so forth. So that was how I started. And also, my role inside down here was also, bringing my expertise into an industry that presently does not use what we call as entertainment marketing, which is something that I do. Entertainment. Yeah, so that's how I got.
Okay, see. So you all three of you are very passionate about skincare, first off. So before we dive into knowing more about Skincalories, I have a question for all of you here. How long do you guys take a day, whether at night or in the morning, to do your skincare? Madelyn, you want to start off?
Mine's really very fast because I don't not put on any makeup at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so for me itself, probably about like 15 minutes itself. For me, it's less, it's more itself.
Oh.
Yeah, but the only thing is that there's something that I think that a lot of people don't know. Even skincare product is considered as a cosmetic product.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that leaves on your face more than 6 hours, you should actually wash it. Yeah, and then you change it again. And then that's where if I start at 11, like for example, I start my day at 5 a.m. where I wanted to start my workout. I'll just wash off my face and I go for my workout itself. So there's nothing on my face at all. And I just let my body detox without AC, no aircon, and I exercise. After that, after shower, that's when I put on my skincare. And after 6 hours later, that is where the next time that I will wash my face again.
Yeah. So how long do you take?
About 10 minutes, 10 minutes a day is probably after exercise. It's after my bike rides and gym, then I'll do some cleansing. And go if I'm under the sun, I'll put on sunscreen. Yeah, that's my routine.
Oh, mine's on a daily routine. It's wash face cleanser, lotion, mist, and I do BB cream and I cycle. So
Yeah, I've learned some tips and tricks now. All right. And Madelyn, a quick look at your website will show that the overall brand concept of Skincalories is illustrated in a graphic design. Why did you choose such a unique approach to market your brand?
I think it's all about storytelling, and nowadays I think that character itself can actually speak a lot in terms of our fantasy. Yeah, I think that inside the comics itself and in the storytelling, there's a lot of time that we could actually illustrate a lot of fantasy at the same time that the reality that integrate itself. That's where that I thought that by referencing this whole industry about beauty and entertainment, why not we do something that we could actually bring them into their world, which is inside the fantasy of the character that talking about his journey in getting a glowing skin itself, what are the different trial that she faced and people that she met that which gained her a certain empowerment to actually receive her concept about that, how each weapons and all this thing that help in terms of also the product itself that to speak in the more concept and storytelling manner in rather than something that is the routine. So it's more like a lifestyle itself.
I see. And before we go any further here, Shilee, what are the signature products in the brand that reflect the Skincalories story? I mean, we understand that the products are formulated specifically for fitness buffs. Why fitness buffs?
Can I have Madelyn speak on that?
Okay, Madelyn.
It's actually for myself itself. Okay, as a founder itself, very active. There's a different movement. So I try to find gaps in terms of the breeder. So when the first question that we were talking about was like, how's your routine? But I know there's something that I do not compromise is the mist.
Oh, okay.
So wherever I go, if there's something allergy, something that dehydrate my skin itself, I will always put on a mist, a pocket-sized mist inside my bed itself. So when I feel that my skin is tired or when I feel that my skin is dry, that's where that the product like mist itself is something very handy to come along the way because, we need something to have a quick, fresh look. So I think that the mist is our signature item that we wanted to design something more like a complementary itself rather than trying to get people telling them that, hey, you have to use step 1 to step 7. So why not you get people try on something that are more like complementary? So most of our product, we try to do something that are more complementary that will help all the enthusiastic of like people that will exercise, that they do not mind to actually give it a try when they are on the go. There's something they can pack in during their exercises, during their transition from work to office or from office itself to travel, and then in between they go to the gym or they have yoga sessions. So
The mist. I gotta
So,
use
so one of the signature products that we have is what we call Active Glow Mist. When we first started, we realized that there was a gap in the consumer market, specifically for people who like outdoors, people who are like digital nomads, people who enjoy athleisure and athletic. You find a lot of skincare products are tailored to someone who already knows skincare and is familiar with it. But what about the one who spends a lot of time outdoors? What about the one who is, say, dragon boating? Or what about the one who is, say, like myself, cycling outdoors for 2 hours, 3 hours, when there's Singapore's heat and Singapore's sun? How do you take care of your skin when you're outside? And that's where we decided that this was one of the markets that we wanted to target in particular. And also those who do dance as well. Dance is a form of exercise. So that's how do they take care of themselves? What if you are more someone who is a very active person, a person who's outdoors a lot of time, right? Yeah. So that was one of the things that we looked at when we started, which is why we have the Glow Mist. Yes.
And Axel, could you tell us a bit about pricing? What factors go into deciding how much the products sell to stay competitive in the beauty space?
I think in terms of pricing, I think we keep it affordable. For that general consumers would be able to, to be able to use the product that is keeping in line that it is meant for the community of people who are passionate about sports and about being active.
Now, one thing that I really want to know about here is, let's talk about the very innovative marketing strategy that you guys have that you have to drive the brand's growth. You guys teamed up with a few major music labels. Madelyn, maybe you can touch upon this. How did you decide to use entertainment to drive engagement?
I think that was advised by some of my teammates who are specialized in entertainment, and they have worked with music label in their animation studio all this before. And music is something about like a holistic where everybody listens to music, right? So we thought that by using music itself, it could actually it's catchy and something that we could reach out to the new people who actually do not know even about beauty. Yeah, so maybe people know about music, but they do not know or they do not know skincare or but because of the lyrics, so we pay attention even to the lyrics, to the artists, what kind of things that they are delivering. Yeah, even Shilee, I think that she could actually add on to it.
Yeah. One of the things that we wanted started when we did this is that, like we said, it's a very different kind of marketing. And in the scope of entertainment, there are a lot of platforms. There's the visual, there's the movements. Music is what we use as part of what we call sonic branding. So whereby we wanted to associate the routine of skincare, which to the active person can be a little draggy, especially with 5 steps, they are more active in person. So we wanted the music to be linked to the skincare routine so that when you hear the song, it becomes a sort of a little prompt or a push. Oh yes, I do have to take care of myself. I do have to take care of my skin. So it's what we call sonic branding. So it's sort of when you think of, at the same time, when you look at our product, right, we want you to, to associate it with the music video, with the characters in the music video, the character on the product itself. So, as well as in the audio sense. Yeah. Okay.
Amazing. And Madelyn, I believe Skincalories signed a $1.9 million deal with Kennel AB and other major music labels to produce 10 new music videos with original soundtracks. Tell us more about this.
For Axel, would you like to chime in?
Well, to answer that, at first we need to really know that at Skincalories, we are really focused on pushing the boundaries of what skincare marketing can be by blending entertainment and wellness. So one example, all of this is basically in our first original soundtrack, which is Room Room, which is produced by Kennel AB. And this sets the stage for how we are combining music and skincare, which is what we heard from Madelyn and Shilee. So, through this is in the music video, That is where the digital character Magda is teleported into an adventurous motorcycle race that will lead her to face a fire demon in an underground city. So for this, we work with the best visual effects artists globally, and also not forgetting, we also work with a local award-winning director to bring this high-energy story to life. So what makes this different from generic marketing is basically we're not selling skincare. We are basically creating a whole world where beauty and lifestyle and entertainment intersect. And even the dancers themselves, so they represent the dynamic athleisure energy that we want to bring to our audience. And Vroom is the first of the 10 and original soundtrack that we are producing, and each original soundtrack is produced at a cost of 190,000, and then that is how we derived the budget of 1.9 million.
Have Vroom been released already?
No, Vroom is slated to release in December.
Along with the other 10.
The other 10 will be released sometime in 2025.
So, having this big jump, I mean, skincare brands haven't done things like this before. How would you measure the success rate? How do you believe this will pan out once it's all released for your brand? Madelyn?
Hongbin likes to put people in the hot seat.
Yes, I love putting people on the hot seat. I mean, maybe I'll switch the question here a little bit. What do you expect from this? Like, what is your end goal?
I think I'll answer the question first. I think the goal for us is to introduce entirely new perspective to what is a very competitive industry. We are very familiar with marketing. Many of us are familiar. So what we want to do is introduce an entirely new way of how a product can be marketed to grow what we call as engagement. Because right now, the marketing formulas that we have, they don't put a lot of engagement. And that's true because, they were crafted at a time when the technology was more passive. Yes. So right now, we're moving into more engagement kind of thing. So I think what we want to see is we want to see community, engaged with our virtual influencer, that's Magda. And through the product that they have on hand with them. So that's, I think, one of the things that we want to see, the level of engagement that we have with our consumers.
Well, thank you so much all for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've been speaking with Madelyn Yeoh, Axel Loon, and Shilee, co-founders of Skincalories. This has been Culture Club on Money FM 89.3. I'm Roshan Gidwani.
And I'm Hongbin Jeong.